everyone! Good morning! Is everyone excited for the tour?
Yes!
I am as well. But let us first do the head count to know if we are complete. 1, 2, 3, 15. Okay, we are complete. Before we begin, let me first welcome you all in the United Kingdom. In behalf of Jet Setter Travel and Tours, we are Leia Christine.
Hi, I'm Ara.
Hi, I'm Hazel Ann Cipato.
Hi, I'm Ashley.
And we are your official tour guide for today. And this is our very friendly coach captain, Kuya Ken. Say hi to Kuya Ken! Great! We will be your companions for the rest of the day. You can always approach us if you need any help. Before we go tour around our first destination, here are some friendly reminders that I want you to know so that our tour will be smooth flowing and hassle-free. So kindly keep in mind my reminders. First, synchronize your time with my time so that no one will get left behind. The time with me is 7 a.m. And walk in pairs so that no one gets lost. Enjoy the tour! Alright, let's go with the do's and don'ts and etiquettes here in the United Kingdom. UK is very strict with manners. In the United Kingdom, an orderly queue may be found whenever there is a large crowd. When you arrive, you should join the rear of queues so that each individual receives the service in the order in which they came. Queues force us to wait our turn. An orderly line is predicated on everyone in the queue, agreeing that this is fair. It is considered unfair if someone does not join the queue and instead pushes it. It is also considered disrespectful for males to wear hats indoors, particularly in churches. Men wearing hats indoors are becoming increasingly prevalent these days. However, this is still considered disrespectful, particularly among older generations. Excessive apologies was another tradition that many respondents considered was uniquely British. According to British people, when something goes wrong, most British people would automatically apologize, regardless of whether they are to blame. If someone is coming off a train and another person runs into her or him as he hurries on, her initial reaction would be to shout, "Sorry," despite the fact that she has plainly done nothing wrong. Things get much stranger from this point. Even people in workplace corridors move by each other muttering sorry, even though there is plenty of space for both of them to pass.
In UK, it is also rude to stare at someone. And in UK, you should always mind your P's and Q's, which mean please and thank you. Even in the most little thing, it is required to say please and thank you.
Our first destination is the House of Parliament. This neo-Gothic icon of London, the site of royal residence from 1042 to 1547, is now the meeting place of the legislative branch of government. Do you know that the form of government in the United Kingdom is a parliamentary democracy? It is ruled by a constitutional monarch. The Prime Minister is the government's leader. The United Kingdom was formerly a monarchy, wherein the king or the queen had absolute power over everything. But with their today's government, the people of United Kingdom have more to say over what occurs in the government or in their countries for the first time since 1707, thanks to the UK Parliament for giving up some of its responsibilities to other national and regional authorities. Inside the House of Parliament are the two divisions of the parliaments. First, the House of Lords, which has around 780 members who are not elected by the people. They either came from a higher background or they were chosen by the Prime Minister themselves for their expertise. The second division inside the House of Parliament is the House of Commons, which has 650 members who are chosen by their constituents to represent a region of the UK in the Parliament. Our next destination are the churches. The United Kingdom has a lot of churches and cathedrals such as the York Minster, a large Gothic church in the north of the Alps, which was spared and left standing during Henry VIII's destroyed England's abbeys and monasteries. Another one of the most famous church here in the UK is the St. Paul's Cathedral, which is Sir Christopher Wren's most famous church. After the Great Fire of 1666 destroyed the old cathedral, Wren created this Baroque masterpiece. And since World War II, St. Paul's has been Britain's symbol of resilience. Despite 57 nights of bombing, the Nazis failed to destroy the cathedral. The United Kingdom has built a lot of church because religion is valuable to the British people. Christianity is their dominant religion. In fact, a lot of their holidays shows their dedication to Christianity, such as the Epiphany or the Three Kings Day. They also have interesting holidays such as the Shrove Tuesday, or more commonly known as the Pancake Day, wherein they ate pancakes before Lent or Ash Wednesday. Lent is a season of fasting and giving things up. So Shrove Tuesday is your final chance to indulge and consume the delicacies that aren't permitted during Lent. Pancakes are eaten on this day because they include fat, butter, and eggs, all of which are prohibited during Lent. They have the Holy Week, Ascension Day, Pentecost Day, Whit Monday, Trinity Sunday, and a lot more. Could you imagine how many Christian holidays the British people have in a year? In the United Kingdom, there are several royal activities. Every summer, the Royal Edinburgh Military Tattoo is an exuberant musical extravaganza presented on Edinburgh Castle. An afternoon at Royal Ascot is a really English experience. Every June, the famous Race Day is a chance to put out your most gorgeous frock and feathered hat for some excellent royalty spotting. The changing of the guard is a more common royal ceremony. This takes place at Buckingham Palace, Windsor Castle, and the Horse Guards on Whitehall.
Did you know that United Kingdom is one of the countries that has extreme love for art? They have 2,500 museums and galleries. Compared to the Philippines that has 161 museums, they have 2,500? That's a lot! One of the famous galleries in the UK is the National Gallery here in the Trafalgar Square, which display an unsurpassed collection of European paintings from 1250 to 1900s, including works by Leonardo, Botticelli, Velázquez, Rembrandt, Turner, and Van Gogh. It exhibits art through the years. You will see art in the medieval ages, which consists of paintings of saints, angels, madonnas, and crucifixion, floating in an ethereal gold neverland, because the UK was never religious and dominated by church. You also see Italian Renaissance paintings that shows beauty of nature and the human body, expressing optimism and confidence of this new age. There are also Northern Protestant paintings about the hometown folks and hometown places, and Impression art which captures a momentary impression or action. British people love going to museums and galleries. They love to explore the cultural effect of writers and artists on British culture. The Tate Modern is a must-see for anybody interested in modern art. The gallery, located in disused power station on London Bankside, holds the country's most expensive contemporary art collection. Its permanent collection includes works by Picasso, Rothko, and Matisse, and its shows are always worth seeing. The Charles Dickens Museum offers an intimate journey into the famous author's private life for literary fans.
Performing art form in which England is most well known as theatre. The Royal Shakespeare Company in 1864, the Royal National Theatre, and other theatrical organizations demonstrates that England is one of the most leading theatre providers.
One of the trademarks of the United Kingdom is their culture. Icon red telephone box. They also have the Royal Mailbox. Even the technology advancement. You wouldn't think that anyone would still be sending handwritten letters to each other. But the United Kingdom managed to preserve this culture. Up to this day, surprisingly, a large number of handwritten mails are sent to receive.
Welcome to the Red Lion Pub, which is the most popular pub in Britain. Whatever the size of hamlet, village, or community in the United Kingdom, one thing is certain: it will have a pub. Pubs play an essential role in the British culture. People converse, dine, drink, socialize, and unwind there. Every year, the typical British person consumes 99.4 liters of beer. More than 80% of this beer is consumed in bars and clubs. Various sports, particularly darts, are popular in pubs. Many ancient rural pubs still encourage traditional games such as bat and trap. which have been played for hundreds of years, or even take part in the typical difficult British pub quiz. There is no table service at most pubs in the United Kingdom. Thus, you must order beverages and meals at the bar and pay for them immediately. There is no table service. It is common to tip a bartender or barmaid by saying, "Would you like a drink yourself?" Over France, there is a new cycling destination sweeping the whole of Europe, the United Kingdom. Not only does the UK provide a broad range of scenery, but it also avoids high temperatures, making it an ideal climate for cycling. Take a journey to the Yorkshire Dales, where you'll find thrilling and tough bike trails on the higher dales. Although a lower dale will be the perfect option if you're just a beginner because the trails are greener and softer. You'll be blown away by the breathtaking scenery with hundreds of cycling paths to select from, extending from Devon to Cornwall, or perhaps one of the most popular national parks such as Snowdonia.
It's food time! The United Kingdom is known for their fish and chips, English breakfast, and Sunday toast. The much-loved fish and chips is the most popular British dinner and a staple diet for a Friday night. This delectable delicacy can be found particularly in every bar, restaurant, and of course the fish and chip shop. So don't leave without trying them with a plenty of salt and vinegar. Next is the English breakfast. A classic fry-up or full English breakfast is well known for being a filling way to start a day, also referred to as a heart attack on a platter. A typical fry-up consists of a hot dish with eggs and Canadian bacons, as well as sausage, grilled tomato, sauteed mushrooms, and baked beans. Occasionally, potatoes, capers, or fried bread in a grilled skillet sizzled. Toast is served on a rack to cool with butter and marmalade.
Here is the Commons Tea House. Tea is an essential element of daily life in the United Kingdom. It is a component of many British people's daily routine and serves numerous social roles. Nothing beats putting up our feet and having a cup of tea in a modern day Britain. You will be given a cup of tea anywhere you go in the UK, and you will come across many tea shops and cafes as you travel about. Afternoon tea is scheduled at 4 o'clock, which you'll be served lighter meals like biscuits and scones. While high tea, which was traditionally served in the early evening at 6 p.m., comes with a large meal that included delectable sweets, dishes, and delicacies, such as scones, cakes, cookies, buns, or tea breads with savory treats like cheese on toast, toasted crumpets, cold meats and pickles, and fried eggs on toast. It's sad to say, but that's the end of our tour. Thank you so much for all of your participation, and I hope you learned and enjoyed yourself a lot. I'm Leah Christine, your tourist guide for today, along with Sir Ken, Elijah, Ara, Ashley, Hazel, Franz, and Cedric. And on behalf of Jet Setter Travel and Tours, we'd like to thank you for partnering with us for today's trip. And we hope to see you again on the next trip. Bye!